Get busy, get busy.
Get busy. So, yeah.
So where does the process start?
So basically, in our training, also of course it must relate with the practical. So we need to understand that the sections in the black soldier farm, black soldier fly farm. So we have a cage section, and then we have a feeding section. What I mean is that a cage section is where we rear the animal, I mean the fly itself. Yes, so that they're able to give us eggs, and they're able to, the eggs are able to be brought out. Now when the eggs are got, we are able to get, we are able to begin feeding.
Yes.
Now in feeding, we feed now in the feeding section.
So this is the
Now
feeding.
this is some of the structures. So here we are having the shelves where we shall put the feeders, and then of course with the maggots inside the feeders with the feeding material. And in this case, we are having some material here. This is the waste material. Okay. The good advantage with the black soldier fly farming, this maggot is among the microorganisms that we have in the wilderness, and also it has the longest, this fly has got the longest cycle. So it is a good decomposer of any big decaying matter or something that breaks for a long time.
One thing I want you to know is that all this is a support from Honorable Helen Adoa, and she has made scientists, because just if you love history, I think it is very hard even you to be here right now, because where I am they are now telling me terms, and whatever is telling you, that is what all this use here, the 60 use plus here in Serere, 63 here in Ochapa, no, and this is what they can come and give you outside there.
An example, if an animal dies, or maybe food material, or maybe plant material, something like that. So all the waste materials are the remedies, or what we use to feed this fly. So here we have some of the materials, the waste material we got from the market, and other.
Like what?
So here we can see. We have here a mixer. We call the cocktail of material.
Okay.
This material that could literally decay on the market. So we have here. Fruits.
Yeah.
We have here food waste.
Okay.
Among other, then animal waste. For example, maybe say tissues or blood or something like that. But especially food waste, and then fruits like plant waste. Okay. So this one was good from the market. The good advantage that this practice helps us to maintain our environment, because the waste scrap is always brought into a right place where it is decomposed quickly and it's rehabilitated to soil components. And also, members, this is the way we also make it organic fertilizer.
Okay.
Yes, that to rehabilitate our soil. So here we also train our farmers on how to make it organic fertilizer. But also, on the other hand, this process helps us to remove the waste material that can affect the water systems. For example, if these things flow into the water system, the lakes, they raise the water levels and all that, and it bring the challenges we have, like the floods. But
so
also,
it is this waste here, a waste product, that attracts the soil.
No. Waste material.
How do we get it? How do we get that black
soldier fly?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes.
A black soldier fly is one of the flies God has created in the wilderness.
Yes.
And it is supposed to facilitate the breakdown of a dying matter. Let me say. Yes. But also in advantage, it has got the longest life cycle.
Yes.
So it becomes the longest microorganism that can tarry with a breaking material until it is completely broken down. As I gave an example, let's say an animal has died on the what? in the community.
Yes.
It needs some that can tarry. So this maggot takes about 14 days, and that is the stage that it eats.
Okay.
So in such a way, as it's eating that material, it is breaking it down into manure form, which can be used as a fertilizer for crops, say for grains and all that. But also helps that animal or that thing to decay quickly.
Okay.
So we get this fly from the wilderness.
Hey.
Yes, it is among the wild, the flies in the wilderness. But in this case, now that it's a farm organism, we have a way of multiplying quickly the parent stock.
Okay.
So I can either get for you a maggot stage, then you by
also
through the normal process, you're able to allow it to pet, and then you have what the adult.
Okay.
Or you can buy a pupa from another farm, and then you're able to what? Have a parent stock. Wow. Or even get eggs. Okay. So in such a way you're able to have quickly the process connected.
So guys, thank you so much for watching, and we are continuing from here. I don't know, after here now, what is the next?
I think we can go to the first stage because we're introducing the sections.
Okay.
So let's first go to how do we get started.
Wow, guys, come with us.
We can move aside.
Get to know how you can get started to make. Here now we are making what? We are making maggots, isn't it?
Yeah.
So come with us, guys. I know there are so many pond performers outside there. Yes, please.
So,
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
so here, first of all, we are not supposed to be at the cage section any time of the day because these things are so sensitive. And since this is a brooding section, we have to be so careful that the pattern of production here is assured. So, but for the case of learning now here, since we're just setting it, we say that in the morning, very early in the morning and in the evenings when you can come to the cage.
Yes.
Yeah, so when they are docile, because these things, when it is a bit cold, I mean when it's a bit cold and dark, they are also docile.
Yes.
So, but in a normal day, they are anxious and in such a way they are able to relate and are able to mate and give us eggs. So that's when at that point we don't need any human interruption, animal interruption, or noise, something of the sort. So in this case, we have a cage here. A cage, this is a net cage, which is white and transparent.
Yes.
To allow the light, because this thing desires much more light and also enough ventilation. And then inside the cage is where now we need to understand what are the things are inside the cage.
Okay.
Because understanding that helps us to be able to afford the eggs and also have the continuity. Yes. Maybe let me help myself inside for the purpose of our learning today.
Wow, guys, thank you so much. I think this is a serious learning. It's a serious lecture here.
As well.
Wow. Oh my God. Come with us, guys, as we try to learn this.
That's why it is usually good for you to have a base which is stronger,
Wow.
so that somebody can enter inside. So here we are inside the cage, and there are, we talked about stations. Now we use that language so that to differentiate.
Yes.
Here we need to have stations. There are different stations in the cage, and those stations are there are different components in those stations.
Okay.
Now, first of all, we have the hatchery. The hatchery section, station, is where we have, depending on your format of order, where we have the pupa stage, and the pupa stage are this black like docile like stage, and this one actually hatches out in 18 days. Within 18 days, it's able to hatch out. Why it is docile that way? The internal components, I mean the components of the fly are getting formulated. So within the 18 days, we shall be able to have the fly.
Okay.
As we can see a few of them from here. Okay. So this is it, the first station. We call it hatchery.
Okay.
So you must have a hatchery. So you have to continue refilling the pupa in that section, in that station, to be able to have a continuity in your production. Secondly, we need to have the water. Now, when we have the fly, and if I can catch one, when we have this fly, this black soldier fly.
So guys, this is the fly.
We can have it
many
here.
of you don't know.
It's a humble and gentle fly. It does not bite. It does not transmit infection. So we need to not
This
worry
is the
so much.
soldier.
Yes. So after they have hatched out, they need to be given food. Now, but because we say that this fly does not eat, it only takes water. So its food is water. We have a feeding station. We call this one a feeding station. It has the containers, it has the cotton, and then water soaked in that cotton. Why do we have the cotton?
Don't pour a lot of water.
Yes, you don't pour water. Why? Because you don't want them to drain. To drown. Yes, so we use cotton where the water soaks inside efficiently, and they zip that water with their proboscis, so that they don't drown. So that's why we use cotton and this kind of container. So you can have a modified container depending on your farm, but in this case we're using this container as so that section has to be. So in our training, we are able to train a farmer how do you change the cotton, how often do you change cotton, and how often do you change water, because that's where the real beauty of the art comes in for it to be yieldful. So then thirdly is this kind of these things. Allow me to carry it to this side and demonstrate.
Wow.
So here we're having a third. So here we're having a third station.
Yes.
Now this is called a bait station. We're using the word bait because always people use the word bait. Baiting means you're trying to attract something with an intention inside.
Wow. So
That's
guys,
why I call it.
let me hope we are not betting to attract something from a logo.
So this
one here is
we
different.
use a bait station because we are going to use the component of trying to attract the fly.
Okay.
Yeah, since this fly has got a nature of knowing that what is rotting is a food for the young one.
Yes.
It has got that natural understanding.
Yes.
So it lays eggs around the rotting material. And to know a rotting material, we will know it of a smell, what they call a strong smell. Here we don't call it a bad smell, we call it a strong smell because it's a useful smell to our farming. So we mix a cocktail of material where we can, allow me to quickly show you this. So in this case we have a cocktail of material here. Maybe you can zoom.
Wow.
So this
Guys,
material is a cocktail. If I mean a cocktail, I mean a combination of different materials. We can use foodstuff, fruits, and then some.
This one is
This is fruit stuff, banana, whatever. We have here some other pineapples and then other things. And then also we have droppings, chicken droppings.
Okay.
Now we want to get those things that decay and give us good smell.
Yes.
So
guys, in this case, it is not a bad smell.
Yes,
it is a good smell or a strong smell.
A strong smell.
So I'm enjoying a strong smell.
So this smell
Wow.
is basically to direct the fly where it should lay eggs.
Okay.
Now, also the other thing is, since it does not lay eggs, the other advantage of this fly, it does not lay eggs inside that rotting material. Because it knows when the eggs are still tender, they can easily rot because of that wet composition.
Yes.
And then the other thing is, of course, they are tender, as I said. So it looks for where there are holes, right holes, where it can place its eggs correctly. And in such a case, those eggs are able to hatch out in 4 days. Because again, in learning, we know that the eggs hatch after 4 days. So we produce what they call laying ranks. So now in this station, we are having a container with an attractant. We are prepared because how do you prepare an attractant? Anyway, quickly, you get a cocktail, you ferment it for about a week.
Okay.
So it can get a good smell. You use a polythene bag, tie it and put it under sunshine. It enhances the quick breakdown and brings to that smell.
Okay.
And you can always prepare that alongside, so you can always pick it. So we have right there our attractant. So now wanted to say how to prepare a laying rank. So here we have a laying rank here. We use different mechanisms, but to provide holes, because we want to get modified holes where these things lay. So we provide, in this case for us, we modified with using pins. So these pins are put in the edges of the small smooth piece. As you can see, this one, it must be smooth because eggs are going to be so fragile and tender. So they need a surface which is also smooth. Okay. So we prepare this with the machine and all that, and in this size accordingly. Then we place the
this is
the
just
pins.
wood.
Yes. So we put the pins. Those pins are supposed to provide spaces as we incline one on the other. So we provide the pins one side of the piece of wood which is prepared. Then as we incline to another one side should not have what? Pins. Okay. Then we put this one to make that narrow small space. Okay. So we can put in a conducive number depending on how we want it to be. In this case we chose the four pieces. So as we continue the same pattern, one side with pins, one side without pins, you incline with the side with pins. Hey. So put the side without pins to the side with pins. Yes, in such a way. And now since we wanted only 4, now the other one should not have pins at all.
Okay.
To avoid wastage. So we provide now it in this case. So we use now the rubber bands to make it stiff and strong, so that give me to make it this case. Okay. But this is how basically we can put it. So in this case, you can do it again and again to make very many of them, as we can see here, and you are able to have your laying ranks. I'm trying to explain on this betting station. I'm about to finish. You can bear with me for a while. So now, having made all of them in the same process, as you can see, let's assume this is what you've made. Yes. So after, this is what they call assembling. You must know how to assemble a laying rank for your your fly. So the next process is how to set it. So you set it according to a place where you have enough spaces for the fly to lay. So in this case, we are going to have, you see, this thing was designed with the size of the what? Okay. The container you want to, so that you don't again have. So if yours is big, you provide bigger ones. Oh, okay. Yes, but in this case, this is quite a good size. Okay. So we provide them according to a certain kind of pattern. Okay. Yes. In this case, you can even see these are eggs already. I don't know if you don't mind, those are eggs. We came here and something was already here. Guys, you need to see those are already eggs here. Wow. But for the first of landing, I think we shall not be so destructive. Okay. So we provide them depending on a certain kind of order you want. And also, you know, everything must have a pattern and it must be decent. So in this case, we're having them 4-4. So then you again have another pattern 4-4 upwards. Okay. As you can see, this is how you can set them 4-4. So after a tune of a certain kind of height, depending also on how you want it to be conducive, looking nice and decent. So I can now provide another, maybe say another 4, or I can provide 3 now upwards. Yeah, depending. You can put up 3 or like that. Listen, that is good enough. That is good enough. Okay. So by that, you've prepared your betting station. Okay. The smell comes from there. This pattern, people have different variations. It's because we want to provide this fly all the sides. It can move down, up, down. There it looks different sides. It has enough spacing and without what being interfered. So if you have more flies here, you can be able to harvest even up to more than 100 grams and above. And by 100 and above, you can be able to produce about 30 kilos, 300 kilos of maggots every other week, because we harvest maggots every week. And by that, a farmer has actually begun arriving.
Now, after getting you showed me eggs here.
Yes.
How will you now remove the eggs from
Okay, now that is another process outside the cage. We're handling about what you do in the cage. Now, after the eggs have been laid, these laying ranks are picked within 2 to 3 days. Because we know that eggs begin hatching from the 4th day. So we pick those things from between 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
And now they are taken to the section where they will be harvested. We call them harvesting.
Okay.
And the process of harvesting, we use, look at this. We use sharp blades. Why some people don't want to harvest eggs? Because they think there's some distraction. But we encourage harvesting eggs with the maximum precautions since they are tender. Why? Because you need to be able to weigh and know how are you progressing. So you cannot weigh these eggs when they're on the laying ranks. So you use the blades, you gently use a blade, and you pick them gently, and they'll be dropping into a container which is prepared for weighing. Now that will be outside the As another rank setup is prepared for the continuity of the activity in the cage.
Now,
So-
after here now,
Yes.
what happens?
So after this, now there are other things that we do in the cage.
Yes.
After setting it, we now need to know daily doings. What do we do in the cage?
Yes.
Every morning, we're supposed to check for the normal functioning of the cage. Want to avoid to check the other infiltrants. For example, the black ants. Black ants can attack the flies. Black ants can attack the maggots and inconvenience the whole process. That's why I find that these things are anchored down there with the certain whatever. So you're supposed to have certain things down there to avoid those things from entering. But in case they enter inside, you're able to navigate. That's one thing. 2, we harvest the eggs every morning or every evening, because those are the days, those are the moments we enter into the cage. In the morning or in the evening. Why? Because we want when the flies are docile.
Yes.
Yes. When the activity is too low. Yes. So that you're sure that there is zero activity in the cage. Why? Because you don't want to interfere with the breeding process and the egg laying process and all that. So we do that. Then also you put water. This water needs to be added every day in the morning. So you check if water is not there. You check continue adding. Or if the cotton, in this case, this one is turning into a color, maybe it's more than a week's time.
Okay.
So since we don't want to create another attractant, we make sure that in a week or so, we should be able to change the cotton as well.
Okay.
So that this thing remains fresh without the strong smell, which will divert the flies from laying in a designated area to where you lose the eggs. So you need to. So that's what we're only doing every day. Then the thirdly, we talked about egg harvesting. We also harvest the eggs in the same note. So after doing that, we know our cage is functional.
Wow. So this is now maggot ready.
Yeah, this is now a maggot stage, but the last stage of the maggot.
Hey.
We call it the pupa stage. Wow.
Now there is where I want you to tell us where which stage is now ready for as feed, maybe
Okay.
for animals. Someone told me even human beings eat this.
Yes, right. Even us we've been having it, we're dining with it here. So thank you very much. As we know that black soldier flies go to 4 stages. Those 4 stages, we have the egg stage, which takes 4 days, and they are assumed to begin hatching. Then now the larvae stage. The larvae stage takes 14 days. That's the most active stage of what? This fly.
Yes.
So after that, we go to the pupa stage.
Yes.
That one, as you see right there, is
This
the
one is like
pupa
pupa
stage.
stage.
Yes.
Okay.
Which will be hatching out to adult stage, the flies themselves.
Hey.
So, but in this case, we use the larvae stage as the stage which is more of conducive nutrients since that's the feeding stage.
This stage.
No.
Not
The
this
larvae stage.
The larvae
The
stage.
one that we feed from the feeding section.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey.
So I think we shall see that later.
Okay.
But this stage is basically to hatch us to another cycle of adults.
Adults. Okay.
Yes. So this one is a part of the last stage of the maggot.
So it's recommended. The other one is what we use as feeds.
Actually, what we use as feed is the larvae stage.
Okay.
Larvae stage because it has got the nutrients. Now, when it reaches to pupa stage, some materials or some nutrients are compromised because the growth transformation, because it transists. Now, when it goes to breaking, formulating, like because pupa is a stage whereby the maggot is beginning to change to make structures of a fly.
Yes.
The egg, the head, the wings, the legs, the proboscis. So some of these components are used in making those things. For example, the calcium, the proteins, and all that. So by the time it becomes pupa, it is beginning to transform. It is beginning to use the same nutrients to transfigure. So it means that we will not have all those nutrients you needed to have gotten it as you have used what? A maggot stage.
We really want to thank you, Honorable Helen Adoa, for this support. We thank you so much. The youth here in Ochapa, here in Serere, that have decided to come together. It is very hard for you to bring youth together, but when you come to Ochapa, when you come to Serere, it is the only district where you get a youth like these ones when they are together. Allow me to talk to the coordinator of this group here. My name is Julius. I don't know, these people might need to know you.
Yeah, my name is Serere.
Yes, sir.
I'm the coordinator Youth Young Farmers Ochapa.
How did this group come into existence?
First and foremost, I would like to thank Honorable Minister for having given a call one time that mobilized youth from Ochapa in various wards. Actually, we mobilized 10 per ward to form a group called Young Farmers. So Minister made it, and really we came here for training. After 1 week, we really had a training which was very good. That made everybody to understand what was meant to be.
Okay.
These youths here, as you see, they really were being packed with the knowledge of piggery and poultry.
Oh.
Now, when it goes like that, it really made everything right, and that day, Minister also was happy for the training and for the path out. She was here for the path out, and she really injected a lot of things that made the youth to be happy.
Wow.
Which says that she really encouraged the youth to be in a group so that she will manage to help. We really given this compound,
All of this
compound
Wow.
to be for the youth, young farmers in Ochapa. That's why you see today we are here gathered. We always gather here with our facilitator. He's a technical person,
Okay.
whereby we can also get some ideas from him.
So how many members are in this group?
Actually, we're in 63 members in this group.
Wow.
We're in 63 at large. Once the time of path out, we've been given certificates that was signed by the Minister, Honorable Palam,
Wow, the Minister
of Youth.
So guys, when they are talking about Minister Balam, that is the Minister of Youth and Children's Affairs here in Uganda. Is one of the brilliant guys who are helping people here in Uganda. Thank you so much, Dr. Balam, for coming to Teso and here in Serere. I think that's why he's loved in Serere so much.
Yeah, you really love him.
So, now we have the around 63 members here.
Yes.
What are they doing right now?
So far now, we're really doing some work that helps us here. That is forming maggots.
Okay.
That the pigs and the chicks eat.
And by the way, maybe before we go there, you know the youths are very funny.
Yes.
People say many youths, mostly those ones who are highly educated, who have degrees, diplomas. Let me hope they are not here.
They are here. They are here.
Wow.
Some of them, they are here. They are those ones who have hold the diploma and the degree also.
So guys, I think this is a message to all the youths outside there. It is time for us to first put your paper aside, because what we need is social, economic transformation. Guys, you'll never use your degree to pay maybe meals in a restaurant, maybe medical bills, all those things. What you need is money. And what these people are doing here is to get ways of getting money, putting money direct to their pocket. Are you going to have these groups all over Serere? What is the plan?
Our plan here mostly, we have to make here to be a demo. Whereby the whole of Serere will
yes.
come and learn from here.
Hey, not only the youth.
Not
now.
only the youth, but
So these youths are the ones who are going to train now.
yes,
farmers.
there will be the trainees
Oh
to
my
the other
God.
ones also.
Wow, wow. I think we need to clap for this.
So,
This is they have trained trainers. Oh
these
my
are the
God.
trainees,
They
the
call
trainers
them
now.
TOTs of ours.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, that is
Trainers of the trainees.
trainers of the trainees. These people here are the ones who are going to come down there. I believe not only Serere, I'm from Ngora. I hope this team will be able to come to Ngora and assist us also there.
Teso region.
Teso
at large.
region. Wow.
I'm called Julius Omuk.
Wow. Julius is my namesake, not Julius Joke, but Julius Omuk, a serious poultry farmer here in Serere Ochapa. Yes, what are you telling us about this group? How are the youth, when they brought the youth together? Are they cooperative? How are they now?
Really, I first of all want to thank them. The fact is they are really cooperative. We are working as a team, and we are really focusing on seeing that we are going to develop.
Oh, thank you so much. My name is Benjamin Alito.
Yes.
I'm the CEO of MIDO organization, that's Maranatha Integrated Development Organization. But first, before, our major target is to see that we handle issue of food security,
Yes.
and then also livelihoods. But we are also targeting the household. And the household, to manage the household, you should also be able to know who to engage.
Yes.
So when we engage the youth and we engage the mother, we are sure that we have been able to manage the household, because these are most times the vulnerable groups when it comes to household development. So in this case, we are here today in Ochapa. I'm privileged to be one of the facilitators as a implementing partner to this initiative, because our entire goal is socio-economic transformation in our communities, focusing the household. And here we have an approach where we first do mindset change after we've done the mindset, because we believe, for me I believe with all my farmers, and if you are to see development for wealth creation, wealth is a mindset. So that's why we begin with mindset change. Now after doing that, we're able to now impart skills. That's now the second step, we train. So I was privileged to, through Minister Honorable Doa, I was honored to be part of the training, and the senior trainer in this case, to see that we help this team of Ochapa young farmers. So then the implementary part is the third initiative that we have in such a way to implement, to accomplish our objective of socio-economic transformation. So here we have gotten started, so far so good, as I said.
Yeah.
And of course, for every good enterprise, like now this, it must be legal. Yeah. So as the mobilization got started and we had the training through still the support of minister, and then also we were able to have the training. First, then we were able to graduate them. Okay. And it was a privilege to have a honor when we had a guest of honor that day when we were passing them out. As it was said by the coordinator, we gave them certificates and to at least to authentify their skill. and show that they can be able to do something in the community. So, but also I encourage through the normal formal way of framework, so that we can be legal, that we can be recognized by the district. So I want to thank the district of Serere, because they are from the onset. There are DC office, the local, the DCD's office, that's the district development department, and then other departments, the cow and the rest, to be able to be there from the day we started, and now we have this fish farm, young farmers in Serere Ochapa. So we're able to go on, and here with me, we were able to come up with a resolution, in simple terms, a constitution, where also it was legalized by the magistrate, and we have a legal document here that permits our existence. As we can see, we have 3 copies here, and after doing that, they were honored with the certificate, which is annually renewable. Now, this helps them to really have a distinction in the community, and I think we have so far gone so well. For sure. And I want to thank you for being with us today in this initiative, to see that it goes ahead.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Consider to subscribe this channel, share this video, hit the notification bell for you to not miss any upload that your care services will always put. So now, guys, we are still here in Serere Ochapa, where we have these youth, young farmers here in Serere. And here is one of the members, and I think he's a chairperson? Yes. Chairperson of the group. Please, what are you telling us about this? How have you benefited as a person in this group?
Yala manoi, abongo King Bobo, Raingo Julius Umuk, Lomuntengor Ward, Ochapa Town Council, Serere District. Araingo, a member of group Young Farmers, Doba Ponetojo carrying around a chairman, Loingaren Kit Young Farmers. So, according to Shalam Kin Beribu Noinoi, Toto Honorable Minister, Anu Nyesi Ajaun Keda Jenen, I joke at our Momo Dana, I joke no, and we come racket at Tumunak. Nara Luanyon Bonbe Hatumunak, a Tereknak that you so we poo. I balon Bonebe, Eratumna Kitungal with Tuno Nera, with Tuno Raup, Konye, a group ngaren kitingo, Erasi Tungalu, a Jokuka, Loachamuta, Aswamidio Pibore, Idoli Tete Apolori. Tomo Aisisha na potu sesishata, Shata Sakrol Wepu, Kamanaka Dai Pit, Kokore Kipege, Ishana Kitaibo Boso, Akrol Kamanara Kede, I Pit, Arai, Aidar, Echuchut, Loyarta Kedam Sugunbe Black Soldier Fly. So, Laena Kiso, Pape Atumula Kajaun Kida Jene na Lala. Kwana ipedorti so aswamburo luipu.
Sito kwa nesi doktan.
Irai kwa nasi doktan.
Wow.
Yes.
So great.
So, ijai kwa niso keda ijene na ipolo noe. Jeni sakrol wikamandara kede ay nyali nyamat. Epole beitori. Ay setting out ne togola kokorek. Boroli busakinta jautu toma. Ilo sarauti ambassadors. Deja asiko si papo kingangina awanyu rugoni bei. Ipote kesi da upakini kede show.
I've known poultry, then piggery, and formulation of feeds.
So what is your plan? We have a plan for the group, or the vision for the group, but what is your own vision now? What are your plans now?
My plans are these ones. I want to look for capital, then I start also to make mine.
Wow.
And this one will help me together with my family and other people.
Thank you so much. Wow. Let's share. Amor raket nachka chiane na ram member no group alo. Remember group lo jaskera atumonako akaisa kanyapi aluni. Men kaisa kanyapi aluni ido jasi Ochapa Lailo Serere, and they have been supported by the Minister of Fisheries, Helen Adoa. We want to thank you so much. So kwa pejo anu bere epono berante ojo kwa na nyuni geo na jo alom no group lo iringo jira atumona ni yare bo gile ni
asodbera ara no kakira pio ho lomutingo kango do word akotona shalam kento do minister kede lomutingo mido anabere ngaraki so aita chauni ngarane kosi ngala mangono anbere la moda gwa ngare na kamera anu minister ya una tukoto na project lo ago kera lo moda
atena tete jitu ngato London
kera ko geso wanchu aya so konga ayangara ya lama na ne dia minister no no ibro ili pulu si show sane show so kro na piti ngunu kake bengo chalo na poga kwa ngade para yo mitangi dio bora de
chalo kere ni jejo be
ade kan ka kokora lelo aya ngafama bya baja wanyana kuke ngoda kwa na pogetele
wow
so ara kwa ngoda pero ngoda ngara kinkesa aina kinkesa idia na muke tike sibora ngobo connection na rabu agentu ngoda ne pani
se chalo kon mami de kaine chori
tapasari da ne perfect
wow
so akirona ashama akirona wipo aswami nyamat kati aswama kini pege nyamat nyamat teke sia kokoreke so iboro ngene ngaraksi noye ngodo chala na lukaga kek ngoda aswama unu bere idisan bere akakokoreke
baka isboro li soma isa ni tontonga de perta nyama de tona langro
kaka kamute la takira ila ipege dalu ipege dumudisane dalu minister wan ko de ke jata ko to bro na rimorani
wow
acha utipe
so guys betna alomar kwa pigi na re timu lo kere ya chi so mission so maide kesi oreria konye ojaya ne kwa pe grupu so betna ndo retone oreria anwa wanyu ni pigi ngulu pistos kesi to so maide nyamat we so maide kesi ya
I'm known by the names Chabu Harry Patrick. I come from Chapa Central.
okay
It has been quite very difficult for us youth, most especially girls and boys, to unite together. For them, most of them, they have been engaging through other activities at home there, whereby they only focused for their family issues. But this time around, we want to thank the minister and the organization NIDO that came together with the Honorable Minister for State for Fisheries to bring us some facilitators who came here to train us up to now, the stage where we are now. At least we feel we can also do something for our lives. So far now, we are going out for the second month when we are doing this.
So guys, just a second month and you see the faces of people here. I don't know what will happen when these people reach 1 year. Yes.
We shall come more richer than
For sure.
even competing to the minister, honorable minister.
It is very, very
Yes. Yes. The challenges that we have limited capital to facilitate us to run this work, to work it smoothly, so that we can reach the stage where we want. Because we don't have equipment, we don't have. There are some other things that are missing, but all in time we shall gather our heads and we come together and we now do request for support from the government. First of all, we need land where we can put our project.
Yes.
Because right now we are occupying the Honorable Minister's home for some short time, but now when the government comes in and gives us land, we shall vacate here and we start our own project at a large scale. Because right now we are doing at a small scale.
Wow. So guys, outside there, people who are watching Jocare Services. I know we have so many subscribers of Jocare Services and you always support initiatives like this one here. Total Honorable Helen Adoa has started this with this use, but we still need your support outside there. For people who are watching us from wherever you are and you love youth, you love working with the youth, I think this is one of the best groups in Teso, youth group here in Teso, that you can put your money and you'll never regret. I want call upon the government officials. We always put money to Emioga, put money to different sectors, but I think if maybe the Ministry of Trade, I don't know which ministry, can support this youth here, I am very sure it will be a record that will bring other youths from other places also to join the journey Because what these people are doing here, we are going to be showing you videos every day and then, such that you'll be able to know what the youths are doing here in Serere, and they really need your support, because the Minister of Fisheries, Helen Adoa alone, may not do all, but we have people outside there who may be having money, even those ones from abroad. We have so many organizations that support youth groups. Please, it is time. We are going to leave a contact of these telephone numbers for this group running on the screen, and you'll be able to get in touch with them and give them any support that you want. As he's trying to continue.
Yes. Then the other thing that we're now aiming at forming and growing this improved chicken.
Yes.
That we would always look for the market
Because
outside.
you already have feeds.
Yes.
Feeds are now there. You know how to
we
make.
have feeds, we can feed them,
Yes.
and when they grow up, we can have even outside the market, even beyond us, beyond even Serere, and even go to Juba, and we take our chicken there to sell. Because I personally, I do business of chicken, and it has helped me a lot. And when I had this, I had to come in. I leave the business aside. Sometimes I come here when I get what I get here. Sometimes I go back to the business like that. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you've really gotten enough here. But we shall be coming back here to give you updates about this group. Thank you so much for watching. We see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye for now. Bye.